Tak a víte všichni, já vás zdravím od dnešního streamu a záznamu. Vypl jsem webkameru, je zbytečná tady. Podíváme se na Genshin Impact Special program 5.7, který dneska vyšel, většina z vás to určitě viděla. Kdo se chce podívat se mnou nebo na můj názor, tak určitě bude, když se podíváte, nebo to přetočte si na danou pasáž nějakou, kde se vyjadřuju novým postavám. 2 nové postavy, nová 5, nová 4, vyjadříme se k tomu, až tam budou. Plus jsem se díval, protože jsem se nebyl jistý, tak měl by se jednat o předposlední update k verze s označením 5, takže 5.7, pak by měl být ještě 5.8 a pak by měl být update 6.0. Díval jsem se na jiné stránky, můžu vám to tady ukázat, tady prostě na Genshin Impact fandom, kde máte všechny updaty, jsem si nevyhledal nějaké ty první nulové verze a pak, že máte update 1.0, oficiálně vyšla hra, 1.6 byl poslední, ale u ostatních už to bylo v pořádku, už to bylo do 2.8, takže 2.0, poslední 2.8, 3.0, 3.8, 4.0, 4.8 a teď je 5.0 a dneska tu máme special program 5.7, který vyjde 18. června. Takže takto je na sebe předposlední update a nebudu to zdržovat, jdeme na to. Doufám, že mě jde slyšet. Je to prostě narychlo stream.
アビス教団の名は知ってたが、これほど大規模で広範囲な動きを見せるのは初めてだ。まるでナタ相手に戦争を仕掛けようとしてるような。宇宙船スリープポット？まさかお前がテイラントに来た時に乗ってた宇宙船のことか？
Nová postava. Ale dobrá doberka.
何者かがずうずうしくもこの世界から吸い取っているのだ。災いはいつか必ず訪れる。みんなもそう言ってるわ。彼女の存在を無視し続けたらいつか本当に彼女の声が聞こえなくなってしまうからね。すぐそこにいるじゃない。お前の魂は欠けていて、傷口にはアビスに侵食された。
Tuhle postavu jsme viděli v Archon Questu, myslím to bylo, ve Fontánii, nějakou sim. Skier, nevím, se čte, nová postava 5. Původně se spekuloval, že bude mít nový element, bohužel má cryo element. Pak tam bude ještě nová 4, která byla teďka v tom updateu 5.6, tady je. Dalia. To je nová 4. A to jsou všechno vlastně postavy, které byly líknuté nebo oznámené, taky ty, jak je ten obrázek na konci minulého roku, taká ta silueta těch postav, co mají být. Už všechny vyšly komplet, takže uvidíme, jestli se vyjdou nějaké nové. Pokud nevíte, o čem mluví, takový ten, když na Facebooku nebo někde najdete Genshin Impact, konec minulého roku, taky ten, kde byly jenom ty siluety těch postav. Má dobrý voice, jo. A pokud někdo šli do tom mluvím, tak prostě se prostě zvlášť. Trailer je zvlášť. Skák říkají, jo? Že by nový boss? Dalia a Skák, to jsou Japonci, tak? Vypadá to podle... Já jsem měl z toho updateu takové slyšené pocity, když teď vidím ten trailer, tak je to zajímavé. Okay, já to mám naopak, protože hraju za... za tu jeho sestru, já jsem zapomněl opět to jméno. Jinak redemption kody nezapomeňte si aktivovat, pokud se díváte teď v pátek 6.6. Jinak jsou do soboty do 12, nebo do dnešní půlnoci. To přeskočíme. Lumin. Jsem si vzpomněl Lumin, to je Tori Hera to. Tak jdem na to.
And hosting with me today we have...
Hey everyone, I'm Kat Pratano, rhymes with Capitano, the voice of Child's Master Skirk.
And I'm
Kirk.
Tatiana Sarkissian, the voice of the Pyro Archon.
Viděl jsem aj, jaké mají být už banéry, takže
Yeah, well,
tomu
after
něco
seeing
řeknu
that
potom.
trailer, this version seems absolutely stacked.
Vypadá dobře,
We're
no,
getting
pravda.
the next installment of the Twins quest in this version. Woo, 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 woo. Yippee!
And let's not forget, Skirk is finally here, you guys. Yup. I cannot wait to see how all these stories unfold.
Her first appearance left quite the impression, didn't it? So mysterious.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure that interaction left us all with far more questions than answers.
Yeah, I mean, she did give us a few clues about herself, though. Remember? In the Primordial Sea at the end of the Fontaine Archon quest?
jsem to říkal pravdu.
Right. Something about the remains of a descender, the foul, the visionary. I feel like I
No, to
still
child,
don't
ale.
know what any of it means, though.
I mean, that's fair. So far, all we know about her past is that she trained under the foul Sertology.
So, Sertology isn't just some ordinary mentor.
Oh, definitely not.
Takže v updateu 5.8 nebudou nové postavy, s tím nikdo ani nepočítejte. A budou reruny opět, nebo taky ten letní update, což jak vychází. No nevychází možná ani. Měl by být update 5.8, jak to bude vycházet, když tento vychází 18. června, měsíc, to je červenec,
Yeah, it's
no
kinda
uvidíme ty
cold as
brďo, no.
ice, right? Right? But I mean, you know, the important thing is, this time we should be able to get some answers.
Uvidíme, uvidíme, jak to bude
I hope
vycházet.
so. Yes, please. I am dying to learn more about
Vlastně,
her past.
story quest pro ní.
Okay, then be sure to check out her story quest where the Traveler and Skirk's paths will cross once again. Travelers will have the chance to uncover new clues about her past and the world of Tavad as a whole, so don't miss out.
Ah, so Liyue is where we run into Skirk this time. Wow. It's kind of weird seeing her out and about like this, isn't it? In such a normal location.
Right?
Wait, hold on a second. Is Skirk playing an instrument?
Oh?
I mean, in my mind, she's like this, you know, ice queen, but here she actually looks emotional.
Yeah.
I mean, there's almost a sadness there.
Oh, yeah. It seems like that instrument means a lot to her.
Oh, you don't even know. It sure does. As for why she chooses to play it alone in a place like this, well, that's something travelers can uncover for themselves. What I can reveal is, after encountering a mysterious power in this quest, the traveler starts having strange nightmares, and it seems like Skirk is the only one who can help. Which means the only way to resolve the situation is for the two to work together.
Okay, Slay, so we're teaming up with Skirk, huh? Okay, but like, am I the only one who's a little intimidated?
What? Intimidated by Skirk?
Just a little.
She's only a mysterious sword master with insane fighting skills and an unbreakable stone-cold exterior.
Věci.
Seriously though, with their
Ty
ability
kitky
to
budou pej
wield
zazbírat na
various
tlanu.
elements and their abyssal purification
A
powers,
boss na tlanu. Já
I
už
think the traveler
něco jsem
can
tak,
hold their own.
kdyby náhodou.
It'll be fine.
Řeknu víc, jestli budu vyšovat nebo ne.
Yeah.
Okay, well, you know, now I'm curious how she got that strong. I mean, okay, she reined in her master's pet, the all-devouring narwhal, like
Yep.
it was nothing.
Yeah.
And I feel like we've only seen a fraction of what she can do.
True, and just like the truth about her past, that's a question travelers will need to answer for themselves in game, so get ready to play. But considering Skirk and the Traveler will need to fight side by side, let's take a closer look at what she can do in combat.
Ukažte. Nevypadá špatně, jako. Ale prostě jedna věc je tak, že většinou těch nových female charakterů, ženských charakterů vždycky mě lákají, že je chci. Párkrát z toho, že ne, třeba Emily to měla a tady u Skirk to tež tak bylo. Prostě když byla oznámena a já nebyl jsem věděl, že vyjde, tak já jsem nebyl ten hype jako u ostatních postav, třeba u Mavujky, Sitlali a prostě Ayaki a další, prostě že jo. A přitom vypadá špatně a vypadá dobře zajímavě. A měl jsem strach z
As
těch
a
banerů.
child's master and someone capable of training in the
Ale
abyss,
řekneme si k těm
Skirk's
banerům
combat
až.
skills are truly
Já už jsem je
something
viděl,
special.
ale...
First, it's worth pointing out, Skirk doesn't use a vision. Her powers come from the abyss, but in the interest of blending in, she camouflages it to appear cryo-like in nature. And in addition, Skirk's attacks do not rely on elemental energy. She uses a special kind of energy known as serpent subtlety.
To škoda, že nemá vision, ale používá cryo element.
Skirk gains a certain amount of energy and enters a special combat state, signaled by her change in outfit, which is very cute, might I add. While in this state, Skirk's normal, charged, and plunging attacks deal cryo damage that can't be overridden. This state also increases her resistance to interruption and attack AoE. And when cryo-related reactions are triggered, multiple void rifts will appear on the field. Skirk can use her charged attack or her special elemental burst to absorb the void rifts. And after unleashing a special elemental burst, her normal attack's damage will be increased based on the number of rifts absorbed.
Aw, heck yeah. So it's kind of like the more she fights, the stronger she gets.
Yeah, pretty much. Plus, holding her elemental skill is another option. When there are void rifts on the field, holding her elemental skill will allow Skirk to absorb them and gives her the ability to quickly maneuver around the battlefield. Once she has enough energy,
Mám
she can
pěkný meč,
unleash her
aj.
elemental burst to deal consecutive slashes of AoE damage.
I see. So she's a unit you can keep on the field for a long time, or take out when you need a sudden burst of damage.
Pairing her with Hydro and Cryo characters also further enhances her abilities. And if your team is comprised entirely of Hydro and Cryo characters, your party member's elemental skill level will be increased by 1.
Whoa, so she like enhances her party members' skills too. Once a mentor, always a mentor, I guess.
Oh yeah.
It sounds like Tartaglia had a great teacher.
Oh, he sure did.
And I love the look of her camouflaged abyssal powers.
Right.
The special effects are incredible.
Right? And
Byla
when
na
she
čtvrtku.
enters her special combat state, her outfit changes too. Okay, slay. It looks a lot more suited for battle, don't you think?
Oh, yeah. So it seems like travelers can approach combat in two ways then. You can use her special combat state to dish out damage with cryo-infused attacks and heighten this damage by absorbing void rifts with her special elemental burst. Or, after other Hydro and Cryo party members have generated void rifts, you can take to the field to quickly absorb them and build up energy to unleash powerful slashes with her normal elemental burst.
Yeah, both seem really, really useful. And since Cryo and Hydro characters enhance Skirk's skills, there are tons of team comp possibilities here.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, hey, speaking of, what about Dahlia? He's a Hydro
Dahlia.
character, right? Sounds like he could be a good fit for Skirk.
Oh, I think you're onto something here. We got to know him a bit during the Mondstadt interlude. He's so refined, but also kind of mischievous at the same time. One thing we haven't seen, though, is what he can do in combat. Want to give us the scoop, Aileen?
You got it. You are in for a treat.
Let's go!
Po také době Mondstadt postava. To je crazy.
Okay, so Dahlia is a Hydro Sword user and support character
holka.
uses elemental burst to provide a Hydro shield for his
Teď mi
teammates.
to došlo
Oh, it's
Dahlia.
like a shield appears in response to his prayer.
Yes, and for a
Dobrý,
certain
no.
period of time,
Teď
after
jsem si to
unleashing
uvědomil,
his elemental burst,
jak jsem to četl a
Dahlia can
uvědomil.
gain stacks of medicine
Dahlia.
by hitting enemies with
Jsem si, že to je
normal
kluk.
attacks
What the
or
fuck?
triggering freeze reactions. So when his shield breaks, Dahlia can consume
Dobrý
his
fail
stacks
pro
of
mě.
medicine to summon it again, allowing him to continuously protect his party members and to increase their resistance to interruption.
Heck yeah.
And after unlocking a specific talent, Dahlia can also boost the attack speed of the on-field character, allowing them dish out damage even faster.
Oh, nice. So he can help us attack without interruption and increase our attack speed? Sounds like a huge help.
And with his elemental skill, Dahlia summons Sacramental Shower and places it in a designated location. His summon has different effects depending on who comes into contact with it. So, for example, if it's an enemy, Sacramental Shower will explode, dealing AoE hydro damage to surrounding enemies. But if a nearby party member comes into contact with it, Sacramental Shower will propel them high into the air, allowing them to evade enemy attacks while gaining an aerial advantage.
Okay.
Let's go.
So he's like really reliable in combat, even though he seems kind of mischievous the rest of the time.
No, really.
Yes, he definitely does. He has his little mischievous thing going on. I still remember all his teasing towards Venti during the Mondstadt interlude.
Oh.
But at the same time, he's also supposed to be the one who communicates with the will of Barbados, right? I'm not sure what to make of their dynamic.
Well, I guess first and foremost, he's Venti's friend, right?
Cute.
But even though he likes to tease, he's serious about his position as the Herald of Barbados. Oh, one more thing about his abilities. When Dahlia is in your party, the movement speed of your party members is increased during the day.
Oh.
Hey, all the better to
Má Rosaria,
spread the
akorát, že to má
word
v noci, no.
Barbados, praise Barbados, right? Is that how that works?
A to je kluk, to není holka.
Anyway, it's obvious he really cares about the people of Mondstadt.
Yeah.
Exactly, he definitely does. Besides, his mischievous nature keeps things a little bit
Já mám
interesting, don't you think?
já
It's
má
one of my favorite
moto
things about him.
Kazutomi.
Aw. Well, now that we've introduced our 2 new characters for version 5.7,
Tak je
we
to
should
kluk,
probably
jsem
let
si
travelers
říkal.
know when they can add them to their parties.
Can do. Let's jump right into the event wishes. In the first half of version
Jo, takže to máme.
5.7,
První fázi bude Skirk a s ní Rýra na Shenhe, což nedávno byl Chronicle Wish na Leon podstavě, kde byla. Takže mi to přijde také zvláštní, ale chápu, že ona je ta Skirk Cryo. Já mám 50/50, myslím, protože poslední postavu, co jsem získal, byla Varesa. A nebo kdo? Ne, Escofir. Takže asi Skirk zkusím a jestli vypadne nebo ne. Není prostě ten hype, nemám takový, jako jsem měl u ostatních těch female charakterů. Takže prostě ji zkusím, dostanu, nedostanu, uvidím.
we'll have event wishes for Skirk and Shenhe.
Dahlia will also enjoy a drop
A bude
rate
tam
boost
Dahlia,
on the
takže
first half banners.
určitě zkusit.
Plus, the new 5-star sword
Její meč vypadá
and
dobře.
your light will be featured on the weapon banner.
Yes! And in the second half
A co se týče druhého banneru, Mavujka, její první rerun a Emily. Emily jsem viděl několikrát, že by měla být v první fázi, nakonec je v druhé. A já, když ona vyšla, já jsem ji nevyšoval. Nelákala mě právě taky tolik, jak Skirk. A i když to nejde srovnávat, já vím. Ale prostě zjistil jsem, nebo pak jsem zjistil, i nedávno jsem udělal její příběh teprve až teď, Emily, že prostě jí dabuje jedna daberka v japonštině, teda dabuje v Danmachi můj oblíbenou božskou postavu, a to je Freyu. A prostě další postavy, takže proto bych ji chtěl.
half of version 5.7,
Ale uvidíme. Skirk zkusím první fázi, nedostanu. A podle toho, kdybych prohrál, tak
Alright,
Emily.
that's it for the event wishes. Let's talk about the story content travelers can look forward to in the new version.
Ooh, okay. This is the big one.
Yeah.
Okay, let's set the scene. During their travels, the traveler comes across evidence that seems to suggest their sibling was in Natlan.
Oh, wait up. I see Dainsleif. As we all know, that means things are about to get complicated.
Yup, very true.
Oh, I love Dainsleif. From this image, it looks like the sky has been slashed in two, and there's some kind of rift that connects to the abyss. And the traveler and their sibling are in different spaces, but they can still sense each other's presence.
Yes, I feel like the tension is palpable.
Yeah, and that makes sense. I mean, there was definitely some tension when we saw our sibling during the bedtime story quest.
Oh, yeah.
Although, we don't know what our sibling has been up to since then. Kari Bear did tell us that the Loom of Fate has been completed. Of course, we still don't know how powerful it is, or what's needed to activate it.
Well, call me crazy, but I feel like we're gonna find out soon.
Maybe.
It seems like all parties are converging in one place, Natlan. So maybe that's where we can get some
nehrám
answers.
za Lumi, no tak
And I
boucha.
know one thing travelers will encounter in Natlan. A young woman dressed in peculiar clothing, hiding out in a cave.
It's not just her clothing that's special, though. Look at her eyes. Wait, is she...
The plot, it thickens.
Yeah.
Well, if the Abyss Order is out in full
Že by
force in
nášli na
Natlan, it
budoucí
must
ten
mean there's been a
oblast,
new
co říkali, ten
development in our
měsíc, nebo co to bylo.
siblings' grand plan.
Yup, and the Pyro Archon and our other friends from Natlan are on high alert. But the people of Natlan want a war against the Abyss itself. There's no universe where the Abyss Order gets to run wild in Natlan unchecked.
Well, if an altercation with the Abyss Order is in the
Nechápu,
cards,
proč Emily, ale...
I know who's gonna be on
Ale
the
tak
front
to je
lines.
random.
Twilight Sword himself, of course.
I mean, I can see it now. Dainsliff going all one-man army and rushing straight into action.
We actually will get to see it this time because our old friend Dainsliff is going to help us defeat their ranks in a manner we've never seen before.
Okay.
Okay. This is not a drill, everyone. We finally get to see him in action.
Let's go! As the Traveler and Dainsliff venture deep into Abyss Order territory, we'll get to see his special
Uvidíme nějakého
abilities
to, tak si
firsthand.
dost že by hratelný.
Sounds like there's going to be a lot of obstacles between us and finding out the deal with our sibling. But
Začalo to být zajímavé, ten příběh
order
možná i víc.
before, we can do this. I have no doubt travelers will come out on top.
Oh yeah.
I guess, but the other question is, can we stop whatever our sibling is planning? What are their true goals? What does their plan mean for Teyvat? This quest
Byl
might
půlce
hold some
updateu.
very important answers.
Nebo special
I am
programu,
so
tak.
excited. I feel like this could be the start of a whole new phase in the quest to find our sibling.
Yes. It seems like it's not as simple as just finding them anymore. There's a lot more at stake.
Oh, for sure. So this is definitely one to look forward to. All right. I think this is a good place to stop and take our first break.
Yeah,
That's what I
I
was
need a
thinking.
sec to digest all that information.
Ooh, sounds good. Take a look at the second redemption code, travelers. We'll see you.
All right, welcome back,
Oh,
travelers.
set to 7.
Now that we've introduced the new characters and quests, it's time to
Hlavní
jump into the version
event
5.7
velký.
events.
Let's go!
Setos. Konstelace.
First up on the docket is an event that takes us back to Sumeru,
Okay.
where Academia has developed a simulated adventure game.
Ooh.
Travelers will need to select various companion pieces to form teams and enhance their skills as they face off against various opponents in a board game style environment.
Yeah, and it's kind of like a choose your own adventure. You can go the rainforest route or the desert route. Each path has its own story and level of difficulty.
60
And at the
primočů.
end of each adventure, travelers will face formidable opponents that require a certain level of strength to defeat.
Oh, so how do we make sure we're ready?
Well,
dalším
travelers
takovou
can
nová
enhance the
minihra.
strength of their pieces in several ways.
Přidělaná.
Besides enhancing the pieces themselves, travelers might notice that the pieces are divided into species.
Zkouší nové věci,
Go to
chápu.
battle with a lot
Not
of
bad.
pieces of the same species, and you can trigger unique species features. The higher the feature level, the stronger your pieces become.
Yeah. I'm thinking an all-Saurian team could be cool. Oh, and it looks like you can also assign equipment to your pieces to make them stronger.
Yeah, that's right.
Připomíná
And
Team
random
Tak-
events and encounters will occur
TFT nebo
during the
Team
adventure,
TFT nebo
which travelers can
Team
resolve to earn
Tactics
helpful
v
rewards,
LoLku.
like extra adventure coins, which travelers can use in the shop to
Se
purchase
nevím, že by
pieces
tam
to
byla ta
improve their
inspirace,
lineup.
nebo Dota, jak to byla,
Travelers
nevím,
can
jak se tam
also
jmenuje
open
na
chests
Dotě
to get
2.
all kinds of useful equipment. Plus, defeating formidable opponents along the route
Kam
will
menší
allow you to
inspirace.
unlock secret techniques that can help increase the strength of your entire team.
Ooh. Of course, certain encounters can also derail your plans.
Oh yeah.
Ah, so there are also situations where it all comes down to luck.
Yeah, so I think travelers will have a lot of fun dealing with the unexpected in this event.
It's a real test of tactical thinking. Plus, there's more to this event than just the battle stages.
Oh.
Travelers can also participate in research stages that involve guiding
Klasická
Paimon to
tahle hra.
harvest fruit. Complete these stages to increase your speculation level and unlock additional buffs for your team.
So we actually get to put Paimon to work.
Finally.
Yup, and of course, completing this event will reward travelers with all sorts of goodies, including primo gems and the chance to invite Sethos to their parties.
Oh.
Nice.
All right.
Další
In this
event,
next
mini
event,
event,
an
menší.
old friend and genius inventor from Fontaine is back and better than ever with a new and improved turret.
Let me guess. He needs us to clear out monsters in an abandoned ruin again?
Yeah, that's right. But this time, travelers will face more formidable enemies than just slimes.
Whoa. That Somatrol can give shields to its allies.
Oh.
Yeah, but don't worry. With this new and improved turret, we can use several new kinds of cannonballs to help clear out our opponents.
Oh, nice.
For example, grape
Už
shots
tam bylo,
split
akorát,
into
že to je
smaller
vylepšené,
bullets
jak
when
říkali, no.
fired are good for taking out multiple enemies at once. And directed piercing shots can be used to take down shields or target enemies hiding in the corner.
Oh.
Sounds like the type of event where you can really just let loose and relieve some stress.
Oh, definitely. But strategic ammunition choices will help you clear out the battlefield even faster.
So far, we've introduced events you have to tackle solo, but this next event gives travelers the chance to work as a team. In Reminiscent Regimen Frenzy, travelers will get to team up with other players to tackle challenges made up of 3 stages, each with unique objectives.
Ooh, it'll be cool seeing what characters everyone chooses. Could make for some interesting team comps.
Well, there's a theme associated with each challenge, so your best bet is to choose a character whose skills are suited to the objective. But of course, every character has their strengths. Each stage also has smaller objectives that require teams to work together and combine their skills. Completing these submissions can grant buffs to your own entire team.
Nice.
And in addition, at the beginning of each challenge, your team will be assigned random regimens to complete. Once you make it through the final stage, your team will receive additional Frenzy stars based on your regimen completion status.
Yep, and remember, regiments benefit the entire team. It doesn't matter who completes them.
Okay, so, not saying I need to do this or anything, but in theory, you could kind of coast to the finish line if you needed to.
Yeah. You could.
Okay.
In theory. But I think all travelers have something to contribute.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, it's about how you work together. That's the joy of co-op.
I feel like co-op is its own kind of motivation too. No one wants to let the team down.
Sure. And this time, teamwork is more important than ever. Because in this iteration of the event, dire difficulty is even more challenging.
Ooh, that means whether it comes to character selection or combat strategy, coordination is more important than ever.
Good luck, travelers. Should be a fun one. All right, now I'm very excited to announce a new permanent event called Stygian Onslaught.
Ooh.
In this event, travelers will be able to farm artifacts more freely and efficiently, as well as obtain artifact customization items for free.
For free?
For free.
A new permanent event. Okay, we need
Jo, to je
details
něco nová.
now.
Něco jak je Abyss, tak tomu říkám monsterů, tak to bude něco nového. Jsem viděl, no.
Participation in the event will reward travelers with primo gems, artifacts, and valuable items for targeted artifact enhancement.
Okay, so you said we'll be able to farm artifacts more freely? What does that mean exactly?
It means the artifact drops aren't set in stone, and you can switch where they come from. For the first 10 days after the event begins, the leyline disturbance will be in outbreak state. During this period, travelers who clear any stage at level 3 difficulty or higher can expend any kind of resin to obtain artifacts from the leyline blossom at the end of the stage. And before the stage begins, travelers will get to choose which domain of blessing they want the artifact drops to come from.
Right, so travelers can also tackle the stages in co-op, right? So you can still farm with friends.
Yes, and you'll be rewarded with additional artifacts every time you consume a certain amount of resin.
Okay, the amount of hours I'm about to pour into this thing. Lock me in and throw away the key, honestly.
Oh my god, you make it sound like you're in prison. Anyway, you also mentioned something about targeted artifact enhancement, Katiana. What's that about?
Yeah, right. So version 5.7 is introducing a new artifact-related item, Dust of Enlightenment.
Ooh. What is it?
Well, we all know what it's like to raise an artifact that has potential, only for it to turn out kind of less than ideal.
Yeah.
So this item is designed to help with that. So, Artifact 101, right? We all know every 4 levels, a random substat gets enhanced as you raise an artifact to level 20. But it doesn't always turn out the way you want.
Yeah.
So this item allows you to re-roll the substat enhancements of a level 20 artifact.
Yo, wait, really?
Yeah. Before each reroll, you get to specify the types of substats you want to prioritize. After the result is revealed, you can choose
To
to
je dobrý,
either
že už
keep the
prostě
original
nemusí člověk
substat
farmit
configuration
několik
or
set, kde
accept the
byl
new one.
artefaktů, které jsou chyb.
Being able to resurrect an
A
artifact
prostě
from
si
the
to
grave.
přizpůsobíš.
We really needed this.
Yeah, really powerful, right? Starting in 5.7, travelers who participate in the new permanent event Stygian Onslaught will be able to obtain a total of 3 Dusts of Enlightenment per version for free. And the Gnostic Hymn and Gnostic Chorus rewards will feature 1 each.
Oh.
Plus, during version 5.7, travelers will be able to claim 2 Dusts of Enlightenment directly from their in-game mailbox after logging into Genshin Impact.
Yes.
Bude moc vylepšit
let's
artefakty,
just
jak
pause
potřebuješ,
to
no?
take that in for a sec. Oh, but I do have a question. So, according to the devs, the rewards for clearing the level
To je
5
docela
difficulty
super,
in
no.
the new permanent event can only be obtained by completing it solo.
To dává
But
smysl.
what if that level of difficulty is a bit much for some people?
Yeah, like me.
Yeah, well, don't worry, I'll hard carry you.
Whoa.
Well, I will come in, and the strongest travelers in Tevat will come in to help us out. Specifically, we're talking about travelers who have cleared an even higher level of difficulty. The characters used to complete those battles become exalted ones.
Oh.
Then, when attempting a level 1 through 5 difficulty challenge, other travelers can receive extra buffs by including exalted ones in their lineup.
Oh, cool. So travelers can help each other even
No,
outside
když
of
někdo dá s
co-op.
nějakou postavou,
I like that.
tak ji
And I need
pak
that.
musí někdo jiný použít.
Wait, hold on. You mentioned an even higher level of difficulty just now. I thought level 5 was the highest.
Yeah, well, clearing level 5 solo unlocks a secret level of difficulty. Level 6. Dire difficulty.
Oh no.
Once
To
you reach
nebudu dělat.
level 6, it's dire straits. There are no companions to turn to for comfort. No promise of primo gems to drive you forward.
What?
Just formidable enemies and an unrelenting desire to prove yourself.
Takže je úplně zbytečný, protože to nehraješ, protože my to hrajeme jako Primos.
Definitely
My chceme
sounds
Primos.
dire. So you're telling me
Takže je
travelers
úplně
really don't
zbytečné.
get anything in return
Protože
for
většina lidí
accomplishing
to dělá
something like
moc,
that?
aby za tak Primos
We'll
čemi.
just have to wait and see now, won't we?
Tady to neděláte pro Primos.
All right.
Vy hrajeme
That's
jenom
it
pro
for
Primos.
Stygian Onslaught. Just a reminder, the outbreak period begins the second Wednesday after a version update, or
8 dní
8
po
days into
vydání
the new
updateu.
version. So don't
Okay.
forget to gather your friends and get farming when the time comes.
Takže to je
Alright, time to lock
26.
in. Travelers might also be excited to hear that the next installment of the
to
Traveler's
je
Tales is
okay.
coming in version 5.7.
Okay, Slay. Last time was so much
postavách si
fun.
dozvíš
We got
víc
to
a tak.
reunite with so many old friends and make a lot of great new memories.
Yeah, why don't we take a look at some of the encounters in store for us this time around?
Yes.
Whoa, hang on a sec. So Toma's back in Mondstadt, and he's drinking with Kaya at the Angel's Share?
Huh. I never thought about it before, but now that I see it, yeah, I feel like they totally make great drinking buddies. Oh, I love him.
Looks like he's got quite the posse around him.
Oh, it's so cute. I want to know what they're talking about.
Oh, and it looks like Dory's in Inazuma. Is she trying to sell something to Sayu?
Oh, of course.
Oh no, someone save Sayu. She's too innocent for Dory's schemes.
Honestly, though, a crafty merchant like Dory could show up anywhere, and I wouldn't be surprised. I bet we even run into her and not cry at some point.
Ooh, I wonder how many other friends will show up this time.
From what I've heard, it's quite a few. So keep a lookout while exploring the open world, travelers.
Ooh.
Being able to run into characters in the open world is such a nice addition. I wish it was part of every version.
Right? I know. It really makes the open world feel more alive and interactive.
Yeah, and luckily the devs feel the same way. The devs have said that making Traveler's Tales a permanent event is in the works, so travelers can look forward to that sometime in the future. Yippee!
Předtím to byla taková
Finally,
beta.
Overflowing Abundance is returning at the
Oh,
end of
double-
version
double drops.
5.7.
Nice.
Travelers can look forward to double the talent and weapon ascension material drops, so don't miss out.
In addition, new
Oh,
Envisaged
Raiden bude
Echoes
mít.
challenges will be added in version 5.7.
Oh, for the
Shenhe.
Raiden Shogun in Shenhe.
Oh, Shenhe's Echo is so cool. I see sigils and pops of red in there. Okay, girl, very fitting.
And the Raiden Shoguns like petals floating in the wind. The purple matches so well.
So pretty.
Yep, so if you want to claim them, make sure your characters are ready. travelers can also look forward to some genius Invocation
Jasne.
TCG updates,
Nehrajú.
including new character
dobrý.
and action cards. You can now add Malika and, Seatlolly and Chaska to your decks.
Don't miss out, Genius Invocation fans. All right, that brings us to the system optimizations that travelers can look forward to in the new
Něco na
version.
mapě.
First up is an
Perfect.
improved resource management feature for mobile players.
Oh.
Simply put, it's a practical update designed to reduce the package size of the mobile version.
Dude, nice. I feel like our phones will thank us.
After the 5.7 update, travelers will receive a pop-up notification after opening Genshin Impact on mobile, asking them to choose from different resource plans.
Okay.
Under the basic plan, the system will retain the necessary resources for daily gameplay and optimize the
výhoda.
resource usage for some Archon quests, story quests, and hangout events.
Okay, so that means clearing out some old quest resources to save storage space, right? But what about players whose progress is a bit all over the place? How does that work?
Don't worry, the dev team has accounted for that. The system will provide different guidance and solutions based on account progress and quest status to ensure that travelers still have a smooth gaming experience.
To
And when you
vymyslené.
need to start an Archon quest, story quest, or hangout event that isn't enabled, the system will download the required resources as needed.
Oh, Slay?
Yup. So travelers who haven't updated the mobile version in a long time might be able to free up quite a bit of storage space with this optimization.
I need that.
And it sounds like a great option for cross-platform players who maybe rely on mobile more for the small stuff.
Yeah, of course, if you don't have storage concerns, nothing has to change. You can just choose to keep all game resources instead. And this setting can be changed at any time in the Paimon menu, where you can choose for completed quest resources to be automatically cleared in future version updates, or for all
Na
game
písničku to má
resources to be
tolik giga,
updated as
140 nebo
normal.
150.
This should also make it easier for people to try out Genshin Impact for the first time.
Yup. For further details, be sure to check out the developers' discussion as well as future announcements across Genshin Impact's official accounts.
Okay.
And you will now be able to directly use Fragile Resin to claim rewards from Leyline Blossoms and common challenge domains, like artifact and talent material domains. This also applies to the artifact drops in the new permanent event we introduced earlier.
Yes.
Fragile resin is worth 60 original resin, so that means you get triple the
Pro na
drops.
sebe. Ty
Should
vole,
save a few
okej.
trips to the crafting bench, that's for
Jo,
sure.
musíš to furt craftit, to je dobrý.
Also, the Adventurer Handbook will now have guide entries for 40 resin bosses, which should be helpful if you run into a boss you're not quite sure how to crack.
And the icons will be displayed in the order the bosses were unlocked, which should make it more intuitive to navigate.
All right, let's move on to some optimizations for the Spiral Abyss. When moving to the next floor or restarting a challenge, you can now save your current party lineup or clear it with a single click.
Oh, easy.
And you can claim your challenge rewards directly after completing floor 12. If you're not satisfied with your performance, you can also restart the challenge directly from the finalization screen.
Nice. Small things here and there really add up over time.
Yeah.
To je zajímavé.
So
Ty
hopefully
máš
these
zase.
optimizations make for a better experience overall.
To určitě.
All right. Well,
That's
that was
all.
another long one, you guys, but it's not over yet.
What
A
the fuck?
mystery guest left a message for us, so let's check it out along with the third redemption code.
旅人の皆さんこんにちは、鈴木愛理です。今回ゲーム原神の皆さんと一緒にお仕事をすることになりました。とても嬉しいです。ありがとうございます。私は、スカークというキャラクターのアニメショートテーマソングの、スターオデッセイという楽曲を歌わせていただいたんですが、この楽曲は全編英語で世界各国というか世界にこう届ける歌ということで、もう全て英語の詩なので、私にとってはこの世界に入って初めての経験でとてもドキドキしたのですが、こう皆さんと一緒に気持ちを共有できたらいいなと思って今からとてもワクワクしています。スカークの歴史を聞いて、すごく強いけど孤独と戦いながら今日まで生きてきた、そんな強くてかっこいい女性っていうのを頭に置きながら歌を歌いましたので、
No to nebudu skipovat,
そ
když
の気
tam
持
je
ち
to
が
ono.
届くと嬉しいです。この楽曲はショートフィルムと同時公開されます。皆さんぜひ楽しみにしていてください。あいりでした。
OMG! An animated short for Skirk and a song! Let's go!
Tady ještě něco je, nějaký teaser. Takže to přeskočíme. Tady kecají a ten teaser.
Can I get 5 big booms?
Boom! 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 Oh, wait a second. It looks like another friend from afar is rushing over to share some interesting news.
What the fuck? Nová oblast.
An
Jona.
ever-changing landscape of ruin.
Don't cry.
A marvel corroded by time. In the forest, where the nights were once undisturbed save for a few rays of moonlight, the wild hunt's shadow grows.
Divoký hon,
There
piče.
are those who bear the name of Frost Moon, living where the silver light shines. Others carry the torch, fending off the darkness and cold with their blades.
Okay.
I hear that the stolen fae still yearn for the frosts of old. While the Fatui
Krajo
look at
Archon.
the stars above, trying in vain to seize the false firmament.
Krajo Archon, že by to mluvil.
Then there are the knights, draped in the west wind, nearing the end of a long and arduous mission.
Verta, nebo jak se
My
jmenuje?
friends, of course, shan't be outdone. They will no doubt bring a magical
Alice?
charm to this edge of the world. And just as the stone craves the sculptor's hand,
Okay.
so does fate await your gaze. Pour me another cup of tea, if you'd be so kind. The story
Don't cry
is
by to mělo
about
být.
to begin.
Taky futuristické, jo. What? No nic, dámy a pánové, to by byl special program Genshin Impactu 5.7, svůj názor napište, co neříkáte, na co se těšíte, nové postavy a tak, tady ještě máme, nechám event kalendář. Vychází to 16. června, jak jsem říkal, zkusím, když vyhraju nebo neprohraju, uvidím, bych chtěl tu Emily a pak budeme šetřit. Podle toho zajímavý příběh teďka, novinky do budoucna, Don't Cry, ta nová oblast nebude teda ta zimní, pokud jsem správně pochopil, bude ten Don't Cry. Bo ty mají zvlášť videjko, které jsem nenatáčel ani nestreamoval, protože se podíval, většina z vás viděla. Hádám, že to byl Cryo Archon, nebo Cryo Archon, nové postavy, ten Don't Cry a tak dále, tak jsem zvědavý, co to přinese, bude to spíš, už to bude konečně za něco pořádného. Neříkám, že update za Genshin 5, co se týče natlanu, byl špatný, určitě ne, ale něco epičtějšího pro mě, nebo neříkám, že to nebyl epický ten natlan, ale prostě něco prostě, nebylo to můj vibe. Pro někoho vám se to líbilo, bylo to dobrý, líbilo se mi to, ale nebyl to ten vibe, co bych chtěl. Takže uvidíme, co budoucna přinesou. Takže tak, svůj názor, budete vyšší získat, napište. A to je pro dnešek vše a já se s vámi loučím. Čau.